Everyone, I hope you're well. Welcome to my channel. If you've not been here before, it's where I talk about twin flame process. So this video is going to be the monthlies for April 2022 for the earth signs. And we're going to start with Taurus. So I just get these cards shuffled up and we'll get on with it. If anybody wants to get personal reading or have a session or anything like that, all my details are in the description box below. So let's look and see what they have for Taurus, April 2022. So they're saying you've got wings this month, Taurus, and I've got the planet Saturn in the background. It could be that you're due to have your birthday soon, because you're the next sign along, I think, aren't you, from Aries, Taurus? I think it must be you next. You've got wings this month. They're saying something's behind you as well. Go with the flow. Something to do with Saturn is behind you. So Saturn is the Lord of Karma, right? Saturn is also Lord Karma, yeah. It's like a negative. It's perceived as negatively, I think, in astrology. It feels like there's some kind of negativity behind you. You're moving out of something that was destined to be, that is no longer. And it's also, they're showing me the moon. They're showing me like energy, like werewolf energy, and a howling of a werewolf at the moon. So maybe coming out of this last moon, this last new moon, might be where this is leaving, this energy of negativity. I do feel, though, they wouldn't be talking about it if it wasn't something quite important, because with every new moon, dark moon, you get, it can be a prospect of feeling a little negativity, but this feels like a long-term negativity that's leaving you in terms of process forward. So let's get some cards out and see. Taurus. Four of Swords, which is about peace and resting the mind, and yeah, it's really gentle energy in the mind. So something negatively leaving the mind has been done. Four is stability and balance as well. So Ten of Pentacles, completion in the physical world. So something completing. Maybe it was a situation in the physical world that's completed, that's now you feel like you've been set free and it's behind you. So maybe it's something actually that was a physical negativity that is behind you, that can't bother you anymore or harm you anymore. Something like that. Because it's like freedom here and peace, completion there in the physical. Happiness, Nine of Cups. So you've got a great deal of happiness from this, whatever it's that's leaving. And like they say, now they're saying wings under your feet. So you're going to be sailing through, they say. So a long time ago, when I was given some information about my twin flame reunion, they said to me, you'll sail through it. And that was towards the end of my process, there would be something and I would sail through it. They just said the same thing about this for you. So it's like something that you've been through that maybe it's left more easily than you thought it would. Because after all, everything in this process is destined to leave if it's a negative. It's only what you go through at the time, because you have to deal with that negativity in your life, because that is the masculine energy. So you have to clarify masculine energy. So yeah, something's left. Love, Page of Cups. So this is like a new road forward, basically, for you in terms of feeling good. It's just, this is like the initial phase, initial stage of feeling good in the Page of Cups. But there's only forward momentum from here, right? There isn't any going back to this negativity, whatever it was. So don't dwell on it. You don't need to think about the past and what happened. All you need to know is it had to happen. Right, that's it, ultimately. There's nothing else to understand about the past. Whatever happened had to happen. Maybe you can't see the reason at the time it's going on. Maybe you can't see the reason straight away when you're not doing it anymore. But sooner or later, you're going to arrive in something new that will be complete explanation and complete understanding of why you had to go through that thing that you went through. So that just know that whatever you need to know is coming when you need to know it. So carry on letting go and go with the flow, and like they're saying, let the dream carry you, let your forward motion carry you, let your feeling good carry you forward. All right, so that's that for Taurus. Next we are doing Virgo. So Virgo. So they're showing me in my head Nine of Pentacles woman, which is the woman who is completely in her element in the physical world, whilst also listening, able to listen to higher self and be guided by higher self. And in that, she is in a state of abundance of all sorts. So that's physical abundance in terms of wealth and love and location, all sorts of good things, warm feeling and loveliness in a state of abundance. All right, so that's you this month, Virgo. So allow yourself to listen to the higher self. 10 of Cups, which is completion, emotionally, romantically, relationally. So could be something's coming in this month. Could be something destined is about to arrive in terms of relationship for you, Virgo. I don't feel that's anything going out, because this 10 is a completion, so it means something's coming in terms of that, especially when it's Nine of Pentacles woman they're showing me, and that means she's got abundance. So that would mean a good relationship coming in for you. Maybe just the signs of that, coming, showing like green shoots through the earth. Relationships don't happen overnight. It's a process again, isn't it? It's a process of getting to know someone, like they sing in the song, getting to know you, getting to know all about you. So it could be a process of that. Jodie Foster in The King and I. Yes, thank you for that. I think she's a Virgo, is she? I don't know. Anyway, next card. 7 of Pentacles, fruition in the physical world. So yeah, something coming in the physical world, something you've been waiting for a while. 7 is here in the harvest, those apples don't fall straight away either. So again, and also that's symbolizing something starting from a brand new place, from a really good place. Let's get one more out. Strength. So 8, connection, masculine and feminine in that card. You'll notice the feminine's coming out on top in that card, which in twin flame process is how it has to be in terms of masculine and feminine coming together, because the whole process takes us from the power of the masculine and the patriarchy and the ego to the power of the feminine and source and love. That's why the feminine has to be out on top, and it's not an egoic thing, it's just the energy of that has to be the driving force between the two humans who eventually come together for the process to complete. So looks like twin flame reunion for some in terms of this. But again, there is a sprouting point. It's not a fully fledged thing. It's not a wham bam thank you ma'am. So it's just the slow growth. And it's like they're saying, it's taking it really slowly, one step at a time. Not maybe even like half steps at a time, like a walking meditation, like it's moving into a relationship through meditation. So it's like having a small communication and then really feeling your way through that communication and allowing that communication to sit, and not jumping on it. Because what most humans do is they jump on things straight away. They're very reactive. That's what ego likes to do. It doesn't reflect, it doesn't contemplate, it doesn't muse on things, it doesn't allow information to kind of grow a seed of a clarity. Humans are really reactive. They hear something straight away, they have to reply with a whatever it is they think is the answer to that thing, right? So this is not how this is going to be done. This is going to be very unreactive. They're saying, let's get one more out. wisdom, hermit. So from a place of wisdom, basically. Everything that you learn in the process, which is that life has to be more a hands-off approach, right? And especially with twin flames, especially where there's been triggering in the past, you know only too well what triggering is and what triggering does, right? And how triggering is something that can create havoc, especially between twin flames, because one would say something, the other would react, the other would react, the other would react, and before you know it, there's a great big gulf of misunderstanding between the two, where they've both got hold of completely the opposite end of the stick to each other, and it's all falling apart, right? And that, like, falling into a great big gulf, a ravine in between them, a ravine of 15 years. So, so yeah, small steps in communication, basically, with a lot of reflection and letting the communication sit there, and just like, and then maybe operating from a point of wisdom, which is waiting for clarity to arrive. So when you're understanding that, rather than a trigger making you jump on things, you sit with something. You could sit with it for a week, 2 weeks, and sooner or later you might go, the clarity comes, but it might take 2 weeks, but that's how you operate from a point of wisdom, right? It's like, no, we just go with the flow. We just be in a state of let go. Clarity will come sooner or later, because maybe the clarity that comes in 2 weeks is going to be so much better than what you feel is the thing that you have to say right here, right now, that could be so very reactive in that, if it's coming from that egoic place. So that's that for Virgo. So next one is, yes, lessons learned around all that, right? Okay, so Capricorn. Show me a saber-toothed tiger. And lots of prehistoric individuals. Looks like 2001 BC or something. Let's have a look. Transformation, death. So you're clearing this month. Clearing generationally, through time, clearing backwards. Let's have a look. Transforming limitations, they're saying. Transforming limitations to your state of abundance. So you are clearing backwards. You're clearing backwards. Firstly, you're clearing backwards through poverty consciousness. I could tell you that right now. Something here is leaving to do with you feeling lack. Temperance. This is energetic connection, so it's in regard to your twin flame, whoever that is, as well. So it's bringing them into the light as regards poverty consciousness. Also something that's being done, I would say, it feels like for your whole tribe. So it's kind of like wherever you come from, you originate from, you and your twin, because we've all lived multiple lifetimes. And essentially, looking backwards into all of that, you come from the same tribe. So we're looking back millennia, right, to where you come from, to where you first originated as humans. You first energetically entered into physical. It's tribal, it's like way back, it is prehistoric pretty much. So there's fear there. So the first fear is running away from dinosaurs, saber-toothed tigers, right? That's like the first fear of mankind. And mammoths, woolly mammoths, that kind of thing. And so we've got the fear of that going on. And then transforming from there, basically. So you're just transforming what you felt as through community, basically. Going back through millennia from where you originated from. Fear, basically. It was always transforming fear. Let's have a look. Maybe it's manifesting now as poverty consciousness. So maybe that's how it's manifesting in the people that you are right now. Or it could be manifesting in your twin, whoever they are right now, and you're experiencing it because they are. When you are coming into, got 10 of Wands here, right, which is expansion energetically. So where you're coming through your process and you're coming into the light of higher understanding and source consciousness, means you're clarified of poverty consciousness, because there is no such thing once you enter into source consciousness and you understand everything comes from your point of attraction. So what happens to the feminine in terms of that as she moves through the process is she enters into the location of denial of fear. So it's like there could be, for example, the connection between twins. You could have something pop into your head about, oh, you've got to be really worried now because, this is going on or that's going on. Or they put the prices up for this or they put the prices up for that, which I think they're doing everywhere, right? So you might have that coming up. And your answer as the feminine creator working from source consciousness is, oh, no, actually that doesn't matter because I'm working from my point of attraction. So I don't need to worry about any of that stuff. So why is it coming up in my head? Because your twin, who is not working from the feminine creator principle, source consciousness, is having those thoughts. So they're popping up in you. So that's another way to just see how you're connected, basically, because you get connected through the thoughts, right? 10 of Wands is also clearing back through history. So and then you can look even beyond that. So as we say, the thoughts aren't their own in this process, neither masculine nor feminine. You're clearing through fear, clearing through ego. You're clearing through multiple lifetimes of fear and ego, essentially. It's a lot going on, right? So is it coming up in the masculine because they're thinking it? No. It's coming up because they're clearing poverty consciousness and they're clearing the consciousness of fear. And in this lifetime, it's poverty consciousness, but not in the last lifetime or the one before that. Maybe it was something else. And certainly looking back to where you first evolved into human species, it's fear of a saber-toothed tiger, basically. So that's what you're clearing, fear. And that's why your mind's not your own and your twin's mind's not your own, and none of it is egoic. None of it is that at all. 6 of Cups, which is physical reunion. So everything has to be cleared before you get to physical reunion. So again, it's a good thing. And it's something to really be, take the bull by the horns and just be in awareness of what comes into your head when it pops into your head and take the broader perspective. So now you've got a different perspective, right? So now you can be like, clearing saber-toothed tiger drama. And that is so much more fun, isn't it, than thinking, well, no, I've got to think about the electricity bills because they're all talking about the electricity bills. And it's really important that I think about the electricity bills, which of course it isn't. It's only important to be in your point of attraction. And that would require not thinking about the electricity bills. So instead, you can reference tribal clearing of running away from saber-toothed tiger and be in a much more fun feeling place. Or maybe even get a video game where you are running away from prehistoric animals and really get involved in it for a lot more fun even. Or watch Jurassic Park. All right, so that's that. And I'm going to leave that now and come back with the next one. Lots of love. Take care. Bye.